Good morning, MacLaren. Today is Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. The weather today is sunny with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 54 degrees Fahrenheit. The sun rose this morning at 6:30 a.m. and will set this evening at 7:25 p.m. We have a couple of announcements today. If your mask is a little too big, that's okay. I want to show you an easy way to help it fit properly. So you take your mask. You normally might just place it behind your ears if you have that kind of mask. You can also, if it's not fitting properly, you can actually twist it like this and then put it over your ears, and that will help tighten it up a little bit. Your teachers could also demonstrate that for you if you need a reminder. Remember that we do not have school tomorrow because it is a teacher in-service day. And then we also don't have school on Monday because of the Labor Day holiday. Today we come to the end of our series on Highland cultures. Let's travel together to the Highlands of Ethiopia in Eastern Africa. The Ethiopian Highlands are known as the roof of Africa because of their elevation and their expansive terrain. Here we see a topographic map of the Ethiopian Highlands. The areas that looked raised show that this is a mountainous region. Historically, the Ethiopian Highlands have been home to several kingdoms. This includes the Kingdom of Kapha. Here is a picture of a crown that would have been worn by a ruler in the Kingdom of Kapha. The Kingdom of Kapha is a kingdom tracing back to the Middle Ages and existing until about 1897. This kingdom exported gold, coffee, and cotton. In fact, the coffee plant originated from Ethiopia and was exported by the Kingdom of Kapha. The Kingdom of Kapha was overtaken by other Ethiopian rulers in 1897. And here is a picture of their last reigning king. Most of the major cities in the Ethiopian Highlands are located at elevations between 6,600 and 8,200 feet. This includes the capital city of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, pictured here. Sitting at about 7,700 feet of elevation, Addis Ababa is one of the world's highest capital cities. In the northwest portion of the Ethiopian Highlands are the Samin Mountains. The Samin Mountains include Ras Dashen. This is the highest place in Ethiopia. The top of the peak is at a staggering elevation of almost 15,000 feet. So we know that Andean Highlanders have more hemoglobin in their red blood cells, and that Tibetan Highlanders hyperventilate and possibly even have wider blood vessels. And we know that these adaptations allow more oxygen to get to the body. So how have Ethiopian Highlanders adapted to their environment? Well, the truth is, Ethiopian Highlanders have perplexed scientists for years. Studies show that the Highlands people of Ethiopia actually don't have more hemoglobin in their red blood cells. They have the same hemoglobin content as those living at low elevations, or what we would call sea level. Not only that, Ethiopian Highlanders have the same oxygen saturation as those living at sea level. This essentially means that somehow Ethiopian Highlanders are able to breathe normally and don't experience altitude sickness. How fascinating is that? So remember how I told you on Tuesday that we would be learning about another civilization with superhuman blood? Well, what if I told you that the person sitting next to you had superhuman blood, and that your teacher had superhuman blood, and that even you, yes, you, sitting in the front row, you have superhuman blood? It's true. In general, people who have lived in Colorado for a while have more hemoglobin in their blood. And as you already know, hemoglobin in the red blood cells carries oxygen to the tissue in your body. Like the Scottish Highlanders, Andean Highlanders, Tibetan Highlanders, and Ethiopian Highlanders, we also live at a very high elevation. Now, it's true that some of these civilizations live at a higher elevation than we do, but we still live at over 6,000 feet. That means you are a Highlander, and your body has adapted to live here. In fact, if you were born in Colorado Springs, your lungs might actually be bigger and able to hold more air than those of your family members or friends in Ohio or Missouri or wherever. As beautiful as Colorado Springs is, we still live under pretty harsh conditions, like so many of the Highlanders we've been learning about this week. In fact, the Colorado Highlands are home to the Olympic Training Center, pictured here. This is because scientists believe that athletes who train at higher altitudes, like those in Colorado Springs, become stronger and have more endurance. And because you are living in the highlands of Colorado Springs, you also have greater endurance. You are strong, you are good, and you can do wonderful things. You, my friend, are a Thomas MacLaren Highlander. So maybe today you might start standing a little taller, walking a little more confidently. You might start thinking about how you can help build a community of kindness here at MacLaren. That's what a Highlander does. You might think about how you can be a person of integrity in this community. People of integrity show goodness to others, practice honesty, and stand strong in their beliefs about the world. That's what a Highlander does. You might consider how you can act more generously towards your classmates and your teachers and yourself. That's what a Highlander does. This is your charge as a Thomas MacLaren Highlander. Let's build this community together. If it is your birthday today, September 3rd, happy birthday. I hope you have a day filled with kindness, friendliness, and peace. Highlanders, we're all in this together. We'll see you next time.